Lost Ark is an MMO that has limitless amounts of grinding. I mean, you could literally make 5 accounts with 18 characters each, grinding out your dailies in order to overload your main or make gold. However, every person has a limit with how much they're willing to grind, and I'm here to help you maximize your time, at least hopefully. And if I don't, no refund, so don't even ask, okay? Anyway, so the first question you have to ask yourself when going into Lost Ark is how many characters do you want to play? And how many can you sustain without getting burnt out? And for me personally, that's 2. And the reason for me is that I want to play other games, make videos, so on and so forth. So if I only want to play 2 characters, that could be really bad because I may not be able to keep my main up with current content. And if you watched a video from Hi, I'm Fox, he mentioned that for Lost Ark, generally you need around 4 characters for one main. That's pretty daunting. And if I only want to play 2 characters, that's really daunting because I'll just have to accept that I'll never be able to do current content. But there is one strategy to always have the rest bonus on your characters, and that is having 3 times the amount of the characters you're comfortable with. And the reason for that is, right, so if I want to play 2 characters every day and be maximally efficient, then I need 6 characters. And the reason for that is, if I play 2 characters one day, then go to the next 2 characters, play those 2, and then play my last 2 characters of the 6 on the last day, what you've noticed is I haven't played the first 2 characters in 2 days, meaning those 2 characters are getting the rest bonus, right? That is really good because then when I go play those 2 characters, they're going to have double rest bonus, meaning it's as if I'm playing 4 characters even though I'm only playing 2. And this will always happen. If I go play the next 2 characters, they have double rest bonus. And then I play the 2 characters after that, I have double rest bonus, and it keeps going like that. It's like I'm always playing 4 characters even though I'm only playing 2 by utilizing the rest bonus effectively. And you can do this with more characters. Same philosophy. If you have 3 characters that you want to play each day that you can keep up without being burnt out, then you should have 9 characters in order to reap the double rewards every day. But then this also begs the question of how the hell do you get 6, 9, 12, even 15, or maybe even 18 characters to do this, right? The main thing I do is I play my main every day because I'm trying to get the greater honor leap stones every day, and that's a lot of gold for me right now, and is also really important to keep up with my main because I'm going to need like over 1,000 greater leap stones in order to hit 14-15 later down the road. So I always play my main, and that's what I recommend. But instead of playing my other 2 tier 3 alts, I let them build up the rest bonus and then deal with them later, because I don't need to keep those characters up outside of doing my abyssal dungeon and just keeping the rest bonus off of them. So like one day a week I'll do all my tier 3 characters, but outside of that you work on all the alts that you're trying to boost up. For me, I need to work on 3 tier 1 and tier 2 alts and get them all to tier 3. And the same thing applies with these other characters. I only work on 1 or 2, let them build up rest bonus, do all the chaos dungeons and guardian raids to get them through tier 1 or tier 2, and then do my other alts, and I just keep switching between these alts in order to get them to tier 3 while utilizing the rest bonus. And that's what I recommend. Build up rest bonus on all of your alts. On your tier 3 alts, don't play them unless you got rest bonus. On your tier 1, tier 2 alts, don't play them unless you got rest bonus, and it'll be so much more efficient down the road, because no matter what, unless you're a hardcore player, you're not going to be able to play all the characters that you want to play. So utilize rest bonus to their maximum efficiency. Also, another thing that I want to recommend is once you get all your characters up to tier 3, you're also going to want to get some to 1370 for greater leap stones, maybe some to 1340. Well, one, I wouldn't recommend even trying to boost any alts to 1340, or maybe even, definitely not 1370, but maybe not even 1340 unless you got your main to 1385, because you want that 10% increased honing rate from your stronghold. So just bear in mind, get your main to 1385 before you push alts to 1370 or 1340 even. But outside of that, you should also be looking up the max roll honing calculator. And the reason for that is if you want to be like me and have 6 or 9 characters in tier 3, that's a lot of honing materials you're going to need to boost these characters up to 1370, 1340, so on and so forth. But you also don't want to fall behind for Vaulton when he comes out in late May or early June potentially. So go to the max roll honing calculator and figure out from 1385 or wherever your main is at currently, and look at how many materials you need for that character on average to hit 14-15. And save those up, because you do not, I'm telling you right now, you do not want to be late to Vaulton, because you're going to be missing out, one, on content, which is going to be fun, but also on all that initial gold and all the whales, man. Because once you get to Vaulton, we're going to have another tier of relic accessory gear. And if you remember, the legendary accessory gear was going for like 20k gold, I think Zeal Ambition sold something for like 80k. And that's going to be the same thing. If you get a god roll for your class, then you're going to want to sell that. You're not going to want to equip it. You're going to feel the urge, like, oh, like Bilbo with the ring. You're going to feel the urge to put that on. But no, you shouldn't. You should sell it for like 100k gold if you get good gear early, like in the first week of Vaulton being out, because that's when all the whales are going to be whaling. So all that is to say, get to Vaulton, plan ahead, don't overdo gearing your alts in tier 3 right now. Get as many matches you can to get your main to 14, 15, and then all the excess mats that you don't need, then you can sell. But I do want to warn you that while you may be wanting to do this strategy to get the double rest bonus reward and that rotation going, don't overdo it to where you can't hit Vaulting, because in my opinion, you're going to screw yourself from not getting all the materials that you need to get to 14, 15, and you're going to miss out on a lot of gold. But overall, guys, I just wanted to let you guys know about my strategy, my goal, and a way for you to optimally play Lost Ark efficiently and with less time in the day, because if you're like me, then you only like playing 2 characters a day, and that's going to be so much more comfortable than having to play 4 characters, 5 characters a day, like some hardcore players, and will hopefully keep you up to date with the latest content with the least amount of time that you need. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching.